remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. On this Wednesday, man, y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know, my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional try-on hauls, y'all know, we got Music Monday, which we just came up off of that one. But we're talking pretty much sneakers on this Wednesday, which you know is what we normally talk on a regular. So, again, before I get too deep into it, I want to say salute to Dunks as always. Hopefully when the homie's ready to come back on the live, he just lets me know. Y'all let me know if visual's looking okay and everything's looking all right. Let me see if I can get the lighting. It looks like a little too bright for me, man. I'm going to see if I take it down just a little bit. Not too much, but I do want to have, not too crazy in this joint, which it probably looks exactly the same like it was before. But we're going to keep the party going. So y'all let me know if visual's okay and audio's okay and everything like that. Everything is looking good on my end. Also, I want to say sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. Where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, a music section, you name it. And if I don't have time to put the content out, or if I don't put the content out in time for updates on sneakers, we will have it there most likely. If I don't post it, somebody else will. We're a community that kind of just works together over there. And everything's kind of been smooth sailing for the most part, man. So I don't want to put any major complaints. But other than that, man, pretty much let's go and dive into tonight's topic. I only plan on this being on the joint for like an hour at best. So, this can easily go by rather quickly. And I will say we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases towards the end of the live, man. Hope you guys have been enjoying the on feeds and everything that I've been putting out there. I've definitely been in grind mode, man. It's definitely holiday season, and I have felt it as far as content-wise, as far as just financially, you name it, man. But I'm okay, man. We're going to be all right. But, yeah, I definitely felt it. But anyway, man, we see I got Kwame in the building, says, what's good? What up, Kwame? What up, what up, what up? Y'all smash that like button. Kwame says, for real, though, I've caught a few restocks this year on shoes that used to be hard to get. This is kind of a weird year for transitioning, which is why it's in transition mode, if you ask me, and that's why I kind of want to talk about this. Obviously, Nike is on the topic of the list that we're talking tonight. Are they still in turnaround mode? The short answer, for me, in my opinion, I would say yes, because they got a new CEO that kind of took over, even though he low-key been working for the company for quite some time, but he's got a lot to quote-unquote turn around. Now, I think things are going to go back up on the positive side of things, but at the same time, it may take a time because you got to go back and undo what the other person did. The previous person, in my opinion, he was there to bat against the botting and make it more an easier experience to cop sneakers. He's accomplished that. But in the mix of that, we didn't get too much crazy drops where nothing that was super that made everybody really want to go on the resale market almost. I mean, maybe a few items, but I mean, overall, not like on the level of what we would normally go to. Again, I've been preaching this as well. Today's economy, not talking politics, but the economy in general, it's just not the best right now to be throwing your money away on sneakers, man. And people like come at me all the time for like saying like, man, he skips everything. Yeah, you right, I do, man. Like, and even still for the things that I didn't skip, I still feel like I copped a lot of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like I've caught like 3 this month alone. At best, I told you guys before, all I ever want to do, at best, I wouldn't mind if I got it down to getting like 6 to 8 pairs of sneakers a year, and I think I'm good because my collection has grown so much. On the high side of things, I would love to keep it just a sneaker a month, 12 sneakers. But eventually, you gotta have a space for this. Like I'm not on a level of some sneakerheads where we've seen that they got their own dedicated mine got their own room dedication now, but I got plenty of time. But it could easily get worse, man, and they take up a lot of spaces. If you plan on keeping the boxes, they need their own separate, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing, and I believe in keeping the box. Because when it's time, if you want to sell it or whatever you want to do, then you have everything that originally come with it. I try to keep that stuff together as much as possible. But realistically, I'm going to say I can see how it can get easily lost, right? Because reality is if you move more than one time, yeah, you could easily get lost in the sauce. There's a lot of stuff. People have lost Grammys. I mean, look at the... who was it? I think it was not Rod Wave. It was the other dude that does music, but his stuff got lost. Roddy Ricch. I knew it started with an R. Remember, his stuff got lost. How you lose a whole, I think he's got, I would think it was a Grammy Award. Don't quote me on that. And you lost it, and then the person had to return it, but you thought they were going to try to tax you. Yeah, very interesting. Kwame says, I think most people just can't afford to be paying steep resale anymore. Yeah, I knew, to be honest, and not to get heavy on the resale side of things, but I knew that was only gonna last for so long. You know what I'm saying? I literally have a coworker, right? And they just told me this today, ironically. They're in the sneakers too. I swear, and I love the dude to death, but he rocks Travis's every other day, dog. That's all he really wears for. I haven't seen him hit anything out of a Travis. He just rocks every version of Travis he can. And it's and he thinks he's on it, which he is, but I'm like, dog. And he's like, okay. And he knows all my sneakers that I rock. So he see him, but it's but at the same time, he did just transition from a different location where, they were very strict on, well, I'll say he couldn't wear those shoes. He didn't want to mess them up. So pretty much, yeah, I can see that because I have seen him in dunks before. So he definitely has some variety. I rock with him though. I like him. But tonight's topic, we're going to talk the best general sneaker releases of 2024. We're going to do that probably towards the end of the live, last 15 minutes. I'm going to look at Complex lists and see what they say is the best general release sneakers of 2024. You know how Complex lists are. And again, they said it's okay if we don't like them. And y'all know me, I'm really not a major fan half the time. But they do pick some stuff on there that's actually pretty dope. So I'm not going to sit up here and say yay or nay. Then we're going to talk, I'm going to talk that last 15 minutes. But beginning of the live, I'm going to say, is Nike still in turnaround mode? So I got a couple articles up I'm going to read. Don't want to really bore y'all to death. And then we're going to talk upcoming sneaker releases, man, to close out. And then I think I'm going to crash for the night, man. The kid has had a very long day, long week. I think it's just, I don't know what it is. The end of the year is just, it seems like every day it feels like 5 minutes. Not enough time in the day. But anyway, we're going to keep the party going. Let me share my screen real quick, and we will get the party started. I don't think I have anything on the community tab that I didn't already have already. Pretty much, yeah. So let me get the article up, and then we'll go from there. So I got 2 articles, but we're going to talk the Nike one first, and then obviously what other ones think as well. Yeah, I think because my screen got a little bit brighter, but I should be good. Let's see, sharing my screen. Boom, right here. And I'm going to cut the light down just a smidget, just to make sure I'm not overexposed or anything. There we go. I think it looks good right there. Appreciate everybody's patience tonight on the live. But that's the one thing about live. When you're doing it actually in live, you see how it goes. Sometimes when I'm shooting videos, I have to do this and stuff like that. So it just kind of varies. Looks like we got Manny with the kicks in the building. Says Yerp, what up, Manny? What up? What up? What up? Kwame says, what up, Manny? Kwame 100 from Manny. Y'all both smash that like button as y'all come in and out. And as people come in and out of the live, definitely smash that like button as well. Divine Photos. I had a feeling you was gonna pull up, bro. Not on no weird shit. What up? What up? What up? Salutes to Divine, man. Appreciate the regular crew here in the building, man. So pretty much y'all ain't missed much, man. Just y'all, hopefully y'all just been enjoying the content. And yeah, so first thing I got up on the screen is Nike is still in turnaround mode. But analysts say there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I mean, I'm assuming that's because this new CEO, he's got to come in there and change some things. Keep in mind, he's already worked for the company. So this article came from December 17th, which was yesterday, literally. It says analysts are cautiously optimistic about Nike's ahead of the brand's second quarter earnings report on Thursday. So pretty much, hopefully things are going to get back on the up and up for Nike. But this is my thing, because next year, we've seen all these rumors floating around that it's supposed to be a lot of heat dropping, right? Got to take it with a grain of salt, because I've also seen it, and I'm going to show the image. I ain't going to really talk too in depth about it, but there's one sneaker that's been on again, off again, on again. And I'm kind of tired of it. Like, again, I would normally say it's too early to be talking 2025, but it's really not, because it's pretty much literally next month. So I can work with that. It's the part that gets to me is whenever they talk 2025 and we're like literally, it's like February. I'm like, dog, we got a whole like 10 months and some change left, you know? Let me hit the chat real quick. But you know what I'm saying? Like, people, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. That's my whole thing. So I'm not going to say anything, but let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Devon says, what up? Kwame says, Devon, what up? Man on the Kick says, seem like people ain't in the Christmas spirit this year, but we going to enjoy this ish. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hit the same because it's hard out here right now, man. I'm good, but at the same time I felt that spin of buying 3 pairs of kicks last week. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they're here in safety, and you know, my eating habit is a little different right now. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm eating bad, and yes, I'm eating good, but you know, like, you know, I'm on a tight budget just to keep it 100, because stuff that once, and let me clarify the economy situation, right? We're not really talking politics, but let me tell you why we feel it, right? I'm pretty sure us as a whole feel it, right? Think about it. Nike's raised their prices on us. Check. Our grocery prices, stuff that we actually need, has went up. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that we use has went up a few dollars. Now, when you add it all up, where it's like, okay, cool, it went up by $3, it went up by $4. But hell, if everything goes up and you multiply, let's just say you paying 10 different things a month and you about to times it by 4. That's basically what you basically doing. You know what I'm saying? You about to times it by 4. So let's just say you spend $1,000. When you times it by 4, what? Simple math. Now you could easily, I ain't gonna say, all right, that may be a stretch. All right, cool. Let me run it back. Thinking about it, I'm gonna say this. It's damn near, I ain't gonna say double, but it's at least going up at least like 2 to 3%. You know? So again, that 4 was a little too much. Now when I think, that don't really make sense. But that is still a lot though. When you still almost like going up even just 1%, you're gonna notice it on everything. And then even still, like the math, when I still do it, you still gotta calculate it for everything. Some stuff, not everything finna stay the same. If you rent, I guarantee you your shit gonna go up a little bit. I had to negotiate my jank. You know what I'm saying? It's all good though. Let's see where we at. Manuel Kick says, Divine and Nakasa, what up? What up? Devon says, I seen people put more effort into Halloween than Christmas than the past couple years. I don't even feel like we're getting enough, I don't feel like we're getting enough advertisement on it either, too. Let me put it this way, like brands and stuff, like I ain't like seen, like, usually you hear like jingle bells and everything everywhere. I don't think I've seen that outside the stores. You know how like you have usually like, in my area, there was like people that would be out for like, I think the Salvation Army in a Santa suit trying to take donations. Like, it's just different. It doesn't scream Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't scream Christmas if I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, normally you can just get in the spirit where it's like, to be honest, like around this time it's cold and you could be in the house with like a cup of hot cocoa. You know what I'm saying? but I don't get that warming feeling anymore. Not this year. And it's because we also had a lot of things change in government as well, and everybody's curious what's the next year to bring. How it's gonna go, especially with us getting a new boss in the office. If you catch my drift, and I'm gonna leave it right there. Devon says, "You're Manny." Let's see. Devon says, "What's good?" Kwame Slayer in the building says, "What's up, Sneaker Familiar?" Manny says, "I understand it's hard times, but if there's a will, there's a way." True. I mean, to be honest, man, you just gotta cut some stuff back. Like, I know for a fact that after pretty much this week, I'm gonna say this, my sneaker shopping and everything like that is done for the rest of the year, dog. And we got roughly 2.5 weeks left in the year. I know that's not saying much, but I don't know what's coming out in January just yet because I haven't did my monthly, weekly, or monthly sneaker anticipated sneaker releases just yet. But to be honest, I'm probably not gonna cop a sneaker for at least a strong 2 months, bro. Usually in February they're gonna hit us with something. But also I feel like this: if you can make it through January, we should be able, majority of us, if not all of us, hopefully, get some form of tax money back too, So I recommend having a good CPA, a good certified personal accountant person to do your taxes. They're a little bit expensive, but they usually try to get you every bang for your buck they possibly can. So just be careful with that as well. So if you do them yourself, sometimes if that's what the person does, they're an accountant and they're good for knowing, they're supposed to keep up with everything that you can claim, and all stuff like that, from what I get from it. So I've been using one since 2017 now. So that just worked for me. Let's see. Devon says, "I agree, Polo, and the rent is too high for average folks trying to survive." Facts, bro. I seen that in the news. Ironically, that's one of the things I like when I'm not in front of making sneaker content or this and that and third. When I get a moment to myself, I like to just sit back and if I'm not watching the game or something, if that ain't going on, then I like to just turn the news on. Is it BS? Yes, but you can also read between the lines and you can also learn a lot. I didn't start doing that until we shut down in 2020. So very interesting. Slayer says, "In case I'm out, hope y'all have a great Christmas and cheers to the new year." Appreciate that, most definitely. I think next Saturday, I'm definitely going to reach out to Dunks after the live and make sure he's available next Saturday. I want to do our top 5 sneaker releases, me and Dunks edition, pretty much next Saturday, because pretty much next Saturday should be getting close to the end of the year, and then I'll probably do a countdown. And then I got another idea that I'm going to probably implement on Fridays for an hour. It's going to be an event, but more coming. I don't know if I'm going to do it this Friday or if I'm going to start it the next following Friday, but maybe this Friday. But I got to check some settings on my computer before I do it. It's going to be very interesting, but I got to make sure it's okay for me to do it on YouTube. It's nothing weird or nothing like that, but something that we've talked about in the Goodfellas for years. I'm actually just going to do it and bite the bullet and make sure we're good. And I think we should be. So I'll just double check, do a little bit of research before I actually set it up, but I think I'll be able to knock it out, man. So we shall see. Where we at real quick. Slayer says, where that one, Manny says, "Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Slayer." Slayer says, "Manny, appreciated, big dog." So let me read through this first article real quick, and then we'll go to the next one. And then, like I said, at the 15-minute mark, we'll see what Complex, over 15 to 10-minute mark, roughly, we'll see what Complex is talking about. It says, analysts are constantly optimistic about Nike ahead of the brand's second quarter earnings report on Thursday. Nike, which has been helmed by company veteran Elliott Hill, which pretty much that's the new guy, since October, by implementing a deep promotional strategy to manage higher levels of inventory that has accumulated as a result of a slower than expected retail sales. Nike also set out to reduce the presence of its popular franchises such as Air Force One, Air Jordan 1, Nike, and the Dunk, which I was going to say Nike Dunk, which is the same thing, to reset demand for these key franchises. So pretty much, I guess the goal next is they're going to I'm gonna give Nike them, and I'm not the $1 billion company here, dog. But my thing is this: I think we're a little Jordan 1 fatigue, even though we haven't had some Jordan 1s in a minute. I don't think, but we got. You could easily, y'all have easily put out probably, if I had to guess, right, and I could be wrong because I'm not work for Nike, but I feel like they have put out more Jordan 1 silhouettes than any other like Jordan silhouette. Don't quote me though. Now the Air Force One, I feel like that one's always going to be room for improvement, and we could always see something to getting that ramp back up. And then the Dunk, I would say maybe so, but I feel like the Nike SB Dunk has taken a life of its own as well. It says these measures are part of a broader turnaround plan helmed by Hill, designed to get Nike back on track fat after several quarters of failing sales and criticism regarding lack of innovation. And it says it is still early on the process, but analysts are overall upbeat about the swoosh potential for growth in the long term. So pretty much they're saying that, it could be better. Then, Nike did take a hit on some sales. I know their stock went down, but I know for a fact if Nike didn't feel it, even if the other companies came up, they still ain't on Nike's level though. We're gonna keep it real. I mean, they're all rich or super successful at the end of the day, if I'll use that term. But at the end of the day, like Nike them, I think is still quote unquote number one, and they've been there for quite some time. And we're gonna keep it real. Let's see where we at. Slayer says, I feel like we got a lot of Jordan 1 silhouettes this year that really didn't hit. I mean, of course, they haven't been hitting low key. I want to say Jordan 1 silhouettes haven't been hitting in like 2 years. I mean, I would say maybe 2022 was that last hope at the beginning of it. Then it was just like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't feel like they've hit since the beginning of 2022. But that's only if, you're asking, you know what I'm saying? Where we at? It says, according to Williams trading analyst Sam Poser, Nike current promotional actions will likely translate into the sluggish Q2 sales results, but the overarching benefits to brand's health will likely ultimately pay off. Says Mr. Hill has cut the bandage off, which will quickly create a base for the business. Poser said in a December 11 note to investors, we anticipate an aggressive promotional stance will remain in place through Q3 and begin to moderate in Q4. Stifel analyst, Jim Duffy had a similar view describing the fiscal year of 2025 as a transition year, which we already kind of figured that. So since we got a new guy in that spot, of course it's going to be transitional. It's only respected. Slayer says, same with the Jordan Force. Yes and no. I feel like they have pushed it a little bit more, but I still like those didn't really hit like they wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? It says we expected Mr. Hill upbeat and bullish about long-term potential for the Nike and Jordan brands, but right about near-term challenges. Duffy wrote in a note to investors last week, we are encouraged to see a Nike insider in the CEO role, but Nike remains in rest mode and will expect it will take time to rejuvenate the company's culture and ultimately the brand's momentum. So we'll see how that goes right here. I'm surprised I even pulled that word off or rejuvenated because I was not ready, and I hope I still said it correctly. Where we at? Kwame says, I didn't cop any ones this year, so I gotta agree. Yeah. I mean, none of them, I don't even think I copped the one this year, man. To be honest, I am super one fatigue. What I've been thinking, I may even, some of the pairs that I don't really rock like that, they may go, bro. You know what I'm saying? You may have to reduce this shit. Even if I could just break even. So, I mean, I'm going to probably skim through that, man. Because there's only certain ones I got. And then what kills me is I don't got into like the low world a little bit. So that's another thing too. Because think about Jordan 1s. The lows sometimes they be hitting as hard as the highs, you know? Let's see. Slayer says at Kwame, yup. Let's see. Divine says salute to Slayer 100. Says Hill's turnaround hinges are several key elements, including a rejuvenated innovation pipeline and an improved company culture, and perhaps most notably a new wholesale strategy. After exiting several retail partners in 2021, Nike has started to lean back into these relationships and recently elevated Tom Petty to the role of Vice President, General Manager of North America to oversee the business unit. It says several key partners are already picking up these changes in the last few weeks. Foot Locker, Academy Sports, Outdoor Design Brands, Inc., and JD Sports have all called out the swoosh during the calls with the analysts discussing their most recent earnings results. In many cases, the chains lauded their Nike relationship and said that they were looking to increase the amount of product they receive from the brands moving forward. Says, we believe Hill, along with VP and GM of North America, Tom Petty, hopefully I'm saying this correctly, are the right leaders to drive the marketplace recovery, said Bird analyst John Kump in a note to investors last week. And any signs of positive reputation to newer products introductions can reinforce confidence in the brand's fundamentals over the next several quarters. So that's a quote right there. So pretty much that's that article for this. So which brings me to this, where speaking of these brands, I like the way that it closed out, and we'll take it right here with this one. Shoe retailers can't stop talking about Nike. Is that a good sign for the swoosh recovery? So that's another thing too that I want to touch on for like 10 minutes, and then we'll go into like complex, like best sneaker of the year. Best, like, I guess, like general release, which basically they're saying like a Joe Schmo, where it's like everybody is. But I'm very curious. That, I mean, honestly, there's no right or wrong answers when you're making a list. Let's see. Manu the Kick says it's time for Jordan Brand to bring out the Jordan 7s, 10s, and 15s. I wouldn't mind seeing them do like more like, let's see, because we do the 3s, we do the 1s. They tried the 2s. The 2s didn't stick. 3s hit or miss. 4s usually hit, but I think people got a little start to get a little tired of those. 5s, I think they're going to try to push that a little bit next year. 6s don't stick. 7s definitely don't stick. 8s don't stick. 9 is hit or miss, but overall don't stick. 10s, they haven't dropped 10s in a long time. And I got rid of the 2 pairs of 10s I did have. They just wasn't for me. So, again, I think the 11s definitely stick. And then the 12s, they stick for the hood. They got a certain audience. 13s don't stick and 14s don't stick. You know? But we'll see how it goes. I feel like he can definitely bring it. I think he's going to need another good, strong collaborator. Like, Travis has been kind of carrying the Swiss brand a little bit, especially since, RIP to Virgil and the Off-White. And this is just my opinion. This whole live is opinionated, based, and alleged. I don't know a motherfucking thing. Just want to say that out there. But I think since Virgil's gone, things have been slightly different. Travis stuff is still moving, but it's not like on the level of like Pandemanium where everybody's feeling it. Speaking of which, we do have those Travises coming next week. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Devon says, I guess you heard the rumor about the Jordan 4s rare are coming with the old school Jordan face box. I didn't know they were coming with that. I know that box though. Everybody knows that box. Those are probably, I feel like, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about them. They're not bad, but only reason people are going to pay attention, they probably going to get some traction, is because it's got that Nike check on the back, and we're going to keep it real. And then that makes me think if they're doing the 4 like that, I feel like that's going to be the 11. I will say this. If it is a quote-unquote rare 11, I will not buy it next year. I promise you. Y'all, I will not be coming off the hit with that one, because that $230 price tag ain't no joke. Where we at? Manny says, I like the box, but I'll pass the Vine. And I'm thinking the same thing too. Like, it's a dope shoe, but I don't know. It ain't hitting either for me, man. It makes me think of like that ice cream joint. Where like, I forgot which one it is, but it's like the bottom of it is red, then it goes into white, and then it's blue, or vice versa. It was good though. It was like a popsicle. But yeah, where we at real quick? Slayer says, didn't even know Jordan 8s ever existed. They definitely exist. Like, I got the, remember we got the playoff 8s. Well, we got that, last year? Playoff 8s, they hit. And then of course I got the grape 8s, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what they're called? Like, yeah, I think they're called the grapes. Don't quote me on that. They may not be called it. I think it's something else. That's why like my mind is all over the place. But yeah, I got those black and purple 8s. So, and I like my joints. I don't wear them enough, but it is what it is. Devon says, I'm surprised Jordan Brand didn't put Rare Air on the tab. In my opinion, it would have hit more. Maybe so, but it's still not like it's not an OG colorway to the best of my knowledge though. But I mean, to be honest, who knows? I would have had to see it. So I don't even want to like disagree. Looks like we got Fat Boy Kicks in the building. Says, Yerp, what up, what up, what up? Smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. So it says Foot Locker, Academy Sports, and Outdoor Design Brands Inc. and JD Sports have all called out Nike Inc. in calls with analysts discussing their most recent earnings and results. Says Nike doesn't report earnings from the most recent quarter until next week, but the swoosh has still been a hot topic among other shoe retailers that have reported earnings in the last weeks. Foot Locker, Academy Sports, Plus, Outdoors, Design Brands Inc. and JD Sports have all called out Nike Inc. in calls with analysts discussing their most recent earnings results. In some cases, the commentary has been positive. It says Academy Sports and Outdoors this week announced it would deepen its relationship with Nike and add an expanded offerings of products from the brand into the more stores in 2025. Executives at Designer Brands Inc. also called out the strong partnership with Nike this week following the brand's return to the retailers 2 years ago. The swoosh exited DSW temporarily back in 2021. Well, I know they're back there, and people actually do shop at DSW, especially if you're like females and stuff like that. I've been in there one time and had to shop for some family members, but not for me, but, you know, now it's got some audience in there. And I remember when they used to have Nikes in there. I've only been in there like at least 1 or 2 times, too, to keep it 100. Slayer says, y'all know if Kobe's are comfortable for casual days. I don't own a pair, so I'm not going to say I don't want to speak on it. But I don't see why not. But don't quote me on that one. I think Devon actually has some Kobe's for sure. But I think he uses them for gym purposes. So, I mean, maybe he can tell you. I see Manny with the kick says, what's up, Fat Boy? Salutes. Let's see. It says, we continue to be very pleased with Nike's performance, said Doug Ho. DBI's chief executive officer is called with an analyst on Tuesday. They couldn't be better partners. We're already encouraged. In other cases, news has been less upbeat. Foot Locker, for example, last week reported a sales and earnings missed in the third quarter, which was the part of the driven by softness at Nike's and its larger brand partner. Remember we did for Foot Locker said, you know, they feeling the sting. So, so not all the brands have been doing well, but at the same time, the top 2 I feel like has been Nike. And then if we got to say like for a physical store, like I think Foot Locker used to be that company. And now, you know, they've closed a lot of stores, revamping some stores. So, yeah, all that stuff, they got to pull it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Either they're going to cut employees, this, and the third. You know how it goes. It says part of the reason for this systems from Foot Locker's outsized resilience on Nike's compared to the other chains. Nike is Foot Locker's largest brand and makes up to 60% of its brand's mix. Comparably, the swoosh is also the largest vendor at Dick's Sporting Goods, but makes up only 24% of its brand mix that chain. So pretty much Dick's Sporting Goods gonna be all right. Like, yes, Nike them is in a good additional 24% to them, but at the same time, they like when you think of Dick's Sporting Goods, and Dunks would say this too. When I think of Dick's Sporting Goods, I be thinking of like you going to go get some fishing gear or hunting gear, you know. Devon says, you was talking about the Aqua 8 polos. There you go. Appreciate that, sir. There we go. Aqua 8s. It's definitely them. Man, maybe I got too many sneakers or I don't wear them enough. But, yeah, definitely Aqua 8s, man. So, yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, Divine. Appreciate the assist, dog. I ain't even – don't – like, if y'all correct me, trust me, the last thing I'm ever going to do is get mad. If you wrong, you wrong. And I was wrong. But y'all can tell I was, like, not skeptical with my choice of what they were. So, yeah, appreciate the assist, homie. Let's see where we at. It says – And at the DBI-owned DSW, Nike percentage is currently unclear, but the brand only make up less than 4% of revenue in 2019. As such, Foot Locker is more vulnerable than others when it comes to the challenges at Nike. It says, as people like to say, when Nike gets the sniffles, Foot Locker is getting the flu. I didn't know people said that. Wow. But it makes sense. So if Nike gets sick, they're going to feel it too, basically in so many words. If they go down, so does Foot Locker sales. Matt Powell, advisor of Sperl Wink River and senior advisor at BCE Consulting, told Foot News in an interview, when Nike business isn't great, and it still isn't great, Foot Locker is going to be the one of the retailers that really struggles. Nike, which has been helmed by company veteran Elliott Hill since October, has recently utilized promotions to manage higher levels of inventory that has accumulated as a result of a slower than anticipated retail sales. As such, partners like Foot Locker have faced competition from retailers with deeper discounts during the fall season. So pretty much, and I think winter is officially here within the next week or two. Don't quote me on that one though. I see Slayer says, never heard of that saying. Come on, man. I mean, the guy, whoever wrote this article, they tried. It says, that's why we see Foot Locker putting more emphasis on smaller brands to try to differentiate away from Nike power. So, yeah, because they don't want to just solely provide off of Nike, 60% of their sales. And if they go down, think about it. They're going to feel that, and they don't want to feel that. It says, in addition to general brand mix, Foot Locker is also suffering from a lack of high heat products from Nike as the brand tries to retool its product mix in the marketplace. Due to the recent weak demand, Nike has set out to reduce the presence of its popular franchises such as the Air Force One, Jordan 1, and Dunk. A move that disproportionately hurt Foot Locker compared to its specialty retailers that carry more performance-focused products. So that's why Dick's Sporting Goods them ain't tripping, because they carry more sport. That's not what you're going. You getting some J's or some Nikes there is a plus. You're mostly going there, even if you're just getting a weight set and stuff that look like you can't really take home. That's not their audience. So I mean, it's just nice, you know what I'm saying, to have that. So I'll say we'll give them credit for that. But overall, I will say I can see Nike them will bounce back. And Foot Locker them, what I would like to see, and this is coming off the top of the dome right now, I would like to see more Foot Lockers get some exclusives over there, or at least one of the companies get I know certain Foot Lockers will carry the Travises, which, let me clarify this, certain Foot Lockers, I think is only the one in you either going to go to the one in NY or you got to go all the way to California, which I think 9 times out of 10 would be the one in California. If it's not New York, then it's in Chicago or something like that. Don't quote me on that. So only 2 select stores be getting them Travis's, so it's very limited. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let me read through the rest of this article, and then we'll transition to pretty much what Complex thinks is the best general release sneaker releases. So we'll get through that pretty quickly. We're coming up on the 15 minutes before I'm about to get out this joint, so we're right on time. It says Foot Locker is being hit by Nike's rebalance, said Jane Holly and Associates analyst Jessica Ramirez. Dick's and an academy have mostly true athletic products, not necessarily lifestyle. It says, like Foot Locker, JD is one of the largest chains that has been impacted by the rebalancing as well. In November, the retailer reaffirmed its strong relationship with its key brand partner Nike, but noted that the pullback some of its key Jordan products has impacted results in Q3. However, JD CEO, I think it's Regis Schwartz, said that the retailer is still on track to receive hot products from Nike for important sale moments moving forward. It says, we will see some high heat products for the key holiday period. We have some Jordan high heat products and some Nike high heat products, Schultz said. and call with the analysts. For me, it's some good news in terms of relationship and the terms of the way of thinking and the way of working. We feel really good about what will happen in the U.S. market following the appointment of Elliott. So pretty much they're saying Elliott Hill is going to bring some new things in. We'll see how it goes, though. I'm very curious, will things be better? But you got to give the guy a chance. He just got in there in October, right? So pretty much it's November, December. He's only technically been in the joint for 2 months. But next year it's going to be on like Donkey Kong, you know? So we'll see. He's definitely making the right moves, getting more people to sell the product. That's automatically going to be the first thing, right? And then we'll see if they're going to get what we think from what I think from a sneakerhead perspective. I would like to see some heat. And I would like to see the heat actually obtainable. You don't have to go crazy where it's like make sure everybody gets a pair and it kind of kills the whole fun out of it. But I mean, at least like with the Travises, let's make them a little bit more retail. Granted, I have been getting options with that. You know, with my eBay Top Star, I just been missing the opportunity. But I will see what I do next year with that. Let's see. Looks like we got a Knob in the building. Says got just like the little emojis going on. What up? What up? Definitely smash that like button as you come in and out. So let's go ahead and talk pretty much Complex's general releases, the best general releases for 2024. Let me close out some tabs here real quick, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases. So as you can tell, Complex has been hitting us with all type of like, pretty much this is going to be a top 10 list of general releases. So as you can see already with the thumbnail that they have, obviously you got the military blue 4s. I feel like those were a hit. Of course, we have some ASICs on here, and then the AE joints, I'm not surprised. That's been Complex's like favorites. And of course, we just got the 11s that's just dropped, the Legend Blues. So, I don't know if I would, well, I guess you could put them general releases because they wasn't that hard to cop. I feel like if you put, because think about it, the military blue 4s, I got 2 pairs. End up selling 1 pair, you know? So again, just takes a little patience. Says, one of the things about sneakers of the year list is that a lot of shoes you see on them are impossible to get. It says there's nothing wrong with the one core reasons we collect and obsess over sneakers is to have footwear that's differentiates, that's different basically from everybody else's. Wearing something that nobody else has, exclusive that we've got those from your peers and a foundation experience for sneakerheads. But not everything has been special. Not everything needs to be limited. If you can't go to the local big box store and grab something right off the middle of the rack to get fresh with, it's possible you don't really understand this sneaker stuff. It says, with that in mind, we're devoting some of our year-end space to celebrating the best general release sneakers. This list pretty much excludes collaborations, and it is meant to focus on stuff you can find regular retails. It's meant to be pretty much what they're trying to say. Yeah, it's meant to be a focus on the shoes you see a lot of and you still look good despite, and not the shoes that sell for the most on StockX. These are the best general release sneakers of 2024. So, I mean, I get what they're saying. If you're looking for something nice where you don't want to break the bank or you need to just pull up, like me, I'm going to always say the Air Force One's always going to be on that list. If you ever need a fresh sneaker to get right with, go get you a fresh pair of all whites, all blacks. It'll work. So, looks like for number 10, they have the New Balance 1906R. And I think this is called like Lysosaur. Don't quote me on that though. And I'm pretty sure I just pronounced, yeah, that is no way that says that. But anyway, New Balance, y'all know me, that's usually like my weapon of choice for the gym. Let's see, Kwame says those SBs are clean. I agree, these actually aren't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind having a pair of these for the gym too, but I mean, these actually do hit. And I like that mesh material where it's definitely breathable. So this is what they got for number 10 as for the general release. So it dropped in March 1st, 2024 at $155. So if they're still there, I won't be surprised if hopefully they got a little sale going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and move into number 9. Military Blue. The Air Jordan 4 Military Blue. Now this one I'll say yes, man. A lot of people, it was a mixed controversy about this shoe in the sneaker world, right? People like me, I loved it. It went back to like the OG original status. Another one was mad because it didn't look like the previous ones that last drop we got. But I mean, I feel like Nike's really been taking it back and giving it to us, the way MJ shoes were originally was before they try to do quote unquote perfect them and increase the quality and make it better. Sometimes we just kind of want to get what that person had. But pretty much this dropped in May 4th, 2024. Pretty much for $215. Yeah, that was a nice little tax. Thanks, Nike. But the shoe, I feel like, is moved on. And looks like number 8, we have some Asics Kano 14 Dark Pwetter. Hopefully I'm reading that correctly. Asics to me and New Balance almost feel like the same shoe, dog. Like, to be honest, like they seem like they got the same manufacturer. Like, I'm surprised that hasn't been a lawsuit. But even still, it's kind of one of those, I guess, long as their silhouette is enough different, and I guess it doesn't cause confusion, which you know that's not a New Balance, but hell, you definitely have to look like a boom. That's at least I do. Where we at? Slayer says Complex always be tweaking with the list. Let's hope for a laugh. Oh, we definitely getting one. I'm very curious what number 1's gonna be. That's always the kicker for me if they get that right. Let's see. Memory Kick says facts, Kwame. Okay, cool. So we got number 8 on there, the A6 joints. Let's move on to number 7s. And that was January 1st, 2024 for $150, by the way. But number 7, they had the New Balance 1000 Black Silver. I did not like these, and I did see these floating around a lot, though, but it just wasn't for me. And if I was going to put this on the list, I'll put it at 10. I'll put it at top 10. I'll put it at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Retail on it, $150. They dropped in February 2024. So we're going to keep it moving again. Number 6. Okay, so how the hell the Legend Blues make number 6? To me, I love mine. I don't regret my purchase at all. I wore them joints literally the next day when I got them. I feel like they hit. But at the same time, I can tell, too, they're going to be a dirt magnet. And it's going to be hard to make them last. But I'm going to try my very, very best. But I'll say this. It could easily be number 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could easily be number 5. But, I mean, it's not a bad spot. I'd be like, I would move it down. Now, that price tag on it, though, $230, right around Christmas time. But, I mean, this is the silhouette we get for Christmas time each and every time, too. So, some of us already anticipate that. Let's see, where we at? Long Beach, Joe Jet says, salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? Let's see, Manny says, it says they and the OG for me all day. So you prefer the OG stuff. Got you. If I'm reading it correctly. Let's see. Nike Air Max Thunder. And this is the Canon Gold. Me, I couldn't get jiggy with these. I'm not, even if they did well, I know I couldn't do them. I ain't really feeling them. They okay though. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be for me. And they release date that is July 11th, 2024, $180. I don't even remember these coming out at all. I must have not covered them, but they must have did their thing. Let's see real quick. We're moving on to number 4. And I think this is what they had at number 1 on one of some of the other ones. The Adidas AE1 All-Star. Overall, the AEs have been doing their thing this year, which I'm very, very surprised. But this one was still, for me, I would put it at like number 9. If I'm going to do a list, this could easily be number 9. And then the other joint I told y'all at the top of the list that should be number 10, I will put this at number 10. This New Balance 1000 Black Silver. Slayer says, even a blind person can make a better list than Complex. Hey, chill. I think what the thing is, they got a lot of variety over there at Complex, and that's probably where this stuff probably comes into place. I was going to say another wording, but like, to be honest, it's just they got some variety over there. And everybody's different over there too, you know. So not all of them just necessarily just wear J's and that's it. And this joint dropped February 16, 2024 at $120. I'm not feeling these at all, to be honest. They wouldn't be on my list, but if I had to put them on there, like I said, number 9. And I showed you guys what number 10 would be. Number 3. Okay, now this is a silent one that I don't know why, it doesn't feel like these came out this year. It feel like these came out last year. But these was a must cop. And I feel like this is one of the shoes, and this is the Bred 4 Reimagined. To be honest, I would put this as a number one for a general release. It's one of those, it hits. It's the Air Jordan 4 we didn't realize we needed. At least that's how I feel. Because at first, right, I was like, man, it's just leather. We already got the Bred 4, just at third. But then, like, when you start to get those real images, the real on feeds, and get to see them in person, these joints fucking hit. I feel like this could easily be number one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, this could easily be number one. Everybody knows, like, when you think Jordan 2, the non-sneakerheads, you're going to think of literally a Bred colorway. And this is like their reimagined thing. So I think it's pretty dope. Because they could have easily, and I get the concept now as I'm even looking at it, and now I have a shoe. Because they easily, when they made that, like, Suede 4, they could have easily just did a leather joint all play off the, like, black and red 11s, you know? The Bred's that way. Easily. This just been that soft leather, so it makes so much sense. Let's see. Kwame says, Bred 4s was real early in the year. I'd put it number one, GR2. Definitely number one, dog. But it was early in the year. Like, when did these drop? Let me, look. These dropped in February 17th, 2024. $215 price tag though. Jordan Brand. One thing I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna speak for myself. Don't go up no more. Don't go up no more on the prices on the sneakers, bro. This enough. $215 is enough. You know what I'm saying? It's enough. You know what I'm saying? And I know that rumors is it's supposed to be, so we'll see how it go. Number two. Yeah. To me, if anything, they got the Black Cement 3s at number two. This my thing, dog. Yes, this should be on the list for a general release, but I would easily put this I would interchange this. Well, I would think I would put the Bred 4 still at number one. The 3s, I would probably put at number 4 general release, because these actually did. People started pulling up for these, believe it or not. A lot of people wanted these. You know what I'm saying? It was mixed emotions and reviews on it though, like as far as like that first little quality issues we was having, this and the third. So it was a lot of things going on with it. And then for number one, I'm very curious. Like, I feel like I should do like a drum roll please type of thing. Drum roll, bro. Like, I should probably do a drum roll, but I'm not. I'm very curious what the number one gonna be. So pretty much these dropped in November 23. Which, again, I think Divine had convinced me to get my pair, and I think it actually helped me find my pair because we saw that, what was it, Snipes I got them joints off of, still had pairs available. But number one, because I feel like I'm doing the anticipation right now. Let's see. Manu the Kick says, all right, okay. It says Joe Jets. Slayer says, these prices looking like resale prices. Hell yeah, it is. Manny says, Bred 4 is number one, hands down. Agreed. But it's complex and Asics 1130 or 1130 white silver. The shoe that I didn't even know that even freaking came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't want to sound like a hater. But I didn't even know these came out, and this is their number one. This is what we be talking about with these complex lists, dog. I don't want to sound like a hater, but like this, if me and Dunks was doing a top 10 general releases, ain't no way in the hell we would even. If Dunks knows about it, I mean, sure, but I doubt it. If I was to bet, I know my homie would be like, what the hell is that? No, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, man. But maybe it's easier said than done to do a general release top 10 because you really got to think outside the box, because you instantly, when you think of top 10 lists, like it said at the beginning of the article, you think of like, okay, cool, we talking all the heat, but we really not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the case. But it's number one. It dropped February 15th, $95. I mean, for that price tag, then yeah, we're going to put it in like budget-friendly list, I feel like. Where we at real quick? Long Beach Joe Jet says, that's crazy. Bro, honestly, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not surprised at all. Because the thing is, all the good shit they put up, right? Look, Bred 3s, not saying they should have been on there, but I mean, okay, cool. Not saying it should be number one, but they put that at number two. We can debate that. I would debate that. We got literally the Bred 4s Reimagine, which Kwame said number one, Manny saying number one, I'm saying number one, because that's that slow. Hey, these shits hit so motherfucking hard. They did a good job. And then, so like, then you got this where, okay, cool, I'm not an AE sneaker fan. You know, I respect this game, but I didn't know these had came out that colorway. You know, but you know what? I would still leave it on the list. I would just be more up towards the top, like I told you. These Nike Air Max Thunder Cannon Gold, didn't know those came out. Let's see real quick. Now these, I feel like this would be further down on the list. Like I told you, this could easily be a number 4, number 5 contender shoe, no matter how you slice it and dice it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Slayer says, I damn near almost choked on my desk. RIP to Complex. Hey, dog. I don't know why y'all acting surprised. You called it. You were the first one to call it, Slayer. Like, all right, let's see if you know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the live, you called it. You called it. We knew. You already knew. I knew too. Like this right here, this number 7, this New Balance 1000 Black Silver. Like, dog, I didn't know this existed. No hate, you know? And then we got these ASICS joints. Now these, I would actually give a pass on the list. They're not bad. And then, like Kwame said too, so we got the military blue. This was disrespectful. Cause this could easily, all right, cool. If it ain't gonna put the military blue 4s in a top 5 spot, it should be at least number 6. It's gotta be number 6. It's still a 4 at the end of the day, and it's still a timeless classic shoe. But I think it should have been a number 6. And then of course, this is the first shoe, the New Balance 1906. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but Kwame and them said it was clean. I don't hate it, though. I don't hate the joint. But yeah, let's go and talk a little bit of upcoming releases. I've been on this joint for an hour. Pretty much, thank you, Complex, for the list. To be on a positive note, because, yeah, only you guys can come up with a list. And I'm very curious if we did a vote, of sneakerheads, how do they feel about Complex lists? Like, are they a go or do they always jack it up? I may actually do a survey on that joint at one point because it's always interesting. But anyway, let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. Of course, naturally, you already know what we got coming Saturday, which let me see if I can close one of these out real quick. Just trying to make sure I keep everything kind of somewhat structured. So we got the Travis Scott, and these are the Velvet Browns, aka the chocolates, whatever you want to call them. Looking at them right there, they don't look bad. But I mean, to be honest, for me, right, if I was to try to cop is retail only game. Like, I don't even know how to rock them, but they don't look bad though. Now that we're seeing more things, and I don't want to sound like I'm flipping the script on these joints. Like I said, if I try, it'll be retail only, and that's even if Dunk still want them. But I may just go ahead and do retail only on the joints. If I hit, I hit. If I don't, I don't. And I'm not doing all the extra shit where Travis Scott website loads them up, which I'm assuming his website is probably going to, if they drop Saturday, his website's going to load them up. Probably, if they didn't load them up today, it's got to be tomorrow. And then this is my thing. Even if you hit on his website, it may take you long to get your pair from his pair and you hit on Nike, you know? Just saying, but they're not bad. So we got that. And then looks like they're claiming the foam posits are back on again. They're coming in spring of 2025. The Galaxy joints, this is one I want to definitely add on the list. Super classic, timeless, classic sneaker. I love it. And then looks like we got just a couple of things that's also anticipated to come as well next year. Those Air Max 95 Neons. I would love to have a pair of these right here. So, yeah, that's another one I'll add to the gym. Now, I will say I have worn my stashes. I do got a pick coming for y'all soon, and I'm definitely going to drop a short on it Friday. I will say they're a little bit tight, you know, especially for the gym, and I got them loosey-goosey, as you can see in the video, but I will say if I was just walking like neighborhood and not trying to work out in them, maybe so. But at the end of the day, it said it's got all that air in it, and that's the point, you know? So it's got a lot of air in that joint. And then I'll touch the chat before I close out the live. And it looks like we got the return of these joints right here. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, It's the AirTag Challenge 2 is what these are supposed to be coming back, right? I think. If I'm not mistaken in what these are called. Y'all feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section, but they did well. I think they did some this year, and they actually did all right. I don't think that got mentioned now. I don't want to talk these little, I guess you can say any condition type of joint. What is this? The Nike ACG joints? I'm good. I'm good on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I may be like reading into it wrong, but yeah. So this is another one right here. This is the Air Max Moose. Yeah, some of these shits, Nike, dog, what's up, dog? And then I think these are the P-Rods right here, if we're going to get specific. These are the Nike SB Zoom P-Rod 1s. Now, I may cop these because of the inner sneakerhead in me. So, that's where I'm at with it. So, yeah, we'll close that one out for sure. And then I got one more. Apparently, there's supposed to be some... if I'm not pronouncing this wrong, it's supposed to be some Cortez that's heading to the New York with a Nike Air Trainer Huarache. So it looks like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be a collab. You know what I'm saying? And this is supposed to be coming, actually, from what they said, December 14, 2024. So these should technically already be out, according to this article, but that don't mean it is true. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. I ain't seen nobody post them or talk about them. Again, don't mean it's not coming out, but it just is what it is. Let me put myself back on the main screen, and then we'll get ready to close things out here tonight. I'll read the last little part of the chat who's commenting, because I want to make sure I give everybody, just making sure I'm giving everybody my full undivided attention. Where we at real quick? Long Beach Joe Jet says, Military Blues should have been top 5 easily. It was regarded as a sneaker of the year at one point. Come on, that's a fact. People were talking about that's true. I agree. It should definitely be higher up on the list. It definitely should. Slayer says, I'm sorry, but these ain't it. I agree, dog. I'm just putting what's out there. I'm just a reporter, man. Long Beach says, laugh my ass off. Polo said it's not dealing with the bullshit. We not, bro. We not. Because they need to come with it next year. Like, I don't know how many sneakers I'm going to buy. In fact, that's another video I'm going to do, too, at the beginning of the year that I like to do. It's pretty much go through all my sneaker pickups that I copped in 2020, like the previous year. So I'm going to do one, like all my sneaker cops in 2024. Basically, it just reminds me how much of a problem I have, and I'm trying to get help. Let's see. Devon says, Travis coming out this week. Most definitely. Yeah, I talked about those. I talked about them. I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. I may try, but retail only gang. If I hit, I hit. If I don't, I just don't. It is what it is. I ain't going to cry about it. But other than that, man, I've been on this joint for an hour. Let's go ahead and wrap things up here for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Now that I don't got all the brightness on me, let me brighten it up just a little bit real quick, just to make things a little bit better. Make sure not too much on here, but yeah, let's go and wrap things up here for tonight. I've been on this joint for like an hour and 7 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. As always, y'all definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try on hauls. Y'all know we got Music Monday, but I'll be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, definitely sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. Or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, a little bit of everything. And we definitely talk a lot of sneaker talk and upcoming sneaker releases. Other than that, I'll see you guys again on Saturday. Smash that like button on the way out. And, yeah, man, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while.